So we spot this is a level of response question. This means we're probably going to have 3 sections to it because of the way the mark scheme works. So we've got describe the oxidation reactions of butan-1-ol forming an aldehyde and a carboxylic acid. Explain using a diagram how the aldehyde can be produced in the laboratory by controlling the reaction conditions. So our 3 parts will be making the aldehyde, making the carboxylic acid and drawing a diagram. So for the aldehyde part, that is butanal. So we should name butanal. We know it's butan-1-ol, so we do know the name of what we are going to be making. So let's write that down. We know we make it by adding acid and dichromate. So you can write this however you like. You can go H2SO4 if you prefer to do this completely. You can make this in words, dichromate. You can make it sodium dichromate, potassium dichromate, in words or as a formula. I prefer to keep it simple. You then must mention that you need to heat it using distillation apparatus. And the reason you're using distillation is to separate the butanal out to prevent further oxidation. You should also, because you know it, write an equation down. It didn't ask for it, but you should put that in. So there's your equation plus your oxidizing agent goes to your butanal and water. Keep your structure in over here. Making the carboxylic acid then. Again, we know it, so call it butanoic acid. Again, H plus and dichromate ions, heat, and this time using reflux. And that's to ensure you do get further oxidation. Right, your equation out for this, remembering you've got 2 oxygens here and you still make 1 water over here. On this, I found myself a bit short of paper because I was writing quite large. If you come across this, you should put a little star here and you should go off to see additional paper here or space. You should write your examiner, just a little note or something down in this corner, down at the bottom here. But I'm just continued mine on here, but you should make sure that the examiner can find your answer to this. So, picture of distillation then. You need a flask. It can be round bottomed or pear shaped. You don't have to put every detail of every joint in. You've just got to show basically how it's constructed. It would be even better if you label it up and say, for instance, pear shaped flask. You've got your receiver adapter here, and at the top it needs to be sealed, either just with a bung or you can put the thermometer in, but make sure you have sealed at either side of the thermometer there. It then comes down. Now I just drew a delivery tube down here. It's the easiest way. Just draw it straight down as a delivery tube and then collect it in some sort of form of flask or test tube or boiling tube. Now, to draw these condensers then, the easiest way is just draw a delivery tube down the middle, and then on the outside just draw round and draw the shape of that outer bit there. Draw the shape of that outer bit there and you get a condenser quite quickly. Very important, water in, water out. So they were looking for on this that this was sealed up to this point. You'd got a container to react in, you've got a container to collect in, and you've got a flow of water around that condenser there. So this is a level of response question. So they will be looking for all 3 parts to be filled with detail in a structured and logical order to give you 6 marks. You can get 5 marks if you've got a little bit missing there. You get 4 marks if you've got 3 sections attempted but none of them are really completed perhaps. You get 4, I forgot where I was there, you get 4 marks if you've got maybe 2 of them thoroughly done, yeah, or 3 of them not quite so thoroughly done, and you get 2 marks if you've got 1 thoroughly done or 2 partially.